Hello class, welcome back for video 3 of chapter 8. In our previous videos, we talked about performance monitoring. Memory and disk are in the first video. CPU and job management is in the second video. And we're going to do networking and the dump command. So if you remember, memory is free and uptime. Disk is DFDU. I asked in a previous video what you thought the difference between multitasking and multi-threading is, and then we talked about all these commands here. We are now going to move on to the networking. We're going to do ifconfig, ping. We're going to talk about traceroute and netstat, and we're going to talk about the dump command. All right, let's get right into it. So if I'm in Unix or Linux, I type in ifconfig, and I actually see the settings or properties for my network interface cards. This is my Ethernet card, okay? And here is my IPv4 address in my subnet. And here is my IPv6. Notice IPv6 is made up of hexadecimal values, where IPv4 is made up of 4 octets, all right, up to 255, 0 through 255. This is my loopback adapter. And this is my home or loopback address. You might recognize that 127.0.0.1. If we go over to Windows, not necessarily my favorite place, but if we do ipconfig, which is Microsoft's version of the command, you could see, I also see all the network information for my Windows host, which looks very similar to what I have over here. Okay. Cool. All right, so the next one on our list is ping. All right, and what ping does, let me move that away for a minute. Oh, let me color these. So I'm going to color these two in green to show our progress. All right, we're going to go over to Unix and we're going to ping. Ping checks network connectivity between two computers, my computer and another one, seeing if I'm able to communicate and talk to each other. So I'm going to ping my loopback adapter. And notice it does come back and it keeps pinging. All right, notice the sequence number. It sends a request to my computer and says I'm here, and my computer sends a request back to the ping. Yeah, I'm here. Are you there? Yeah, I'm there. Are you there? Yeah, I'm there, etc., etc., etc. And I'm going to do a Control C. All right. If I come over to Windows, I'll clear the screen, and I do a ping to the loopback adapter. Notice it pings 4 times and stops. Unix keeps going, Windows stops. All right, now I'm going to show you something you can use for nefarious reasons. If I become the root user, okay, clear the screen, I could ping certain computers, such as, say, CNN, and notice I'm getting a reply from their server. I'll interrupt it with a Control C. I could ping zoom.us, and they're responding. Okay, Control C, clear. And let's see if we can ping. It was working yesterday. It doesn't seem to be working now. I'm getting 1 response back. Maybe because yesterday I was experimenting with it and it didn't like what I was doing. So I'm going to interrupt it. All right. So now I'm going to show you something for bad reasons. I'm going to do a ping-f for flood, and I can ping the Fox News Network. Just say, pick that for no particular reason. And what happens is I'm sending so many requests to them, I'm not waiting for a response. And this can help contribute to slowing down their server and help maybe do a coordinated denial of service or DDoS attack. I'm going to interrupt that pretty darn quick. All right, so we've learned what the ping does. All right, so now what I want to do is, if you notice, my IP address for my Unix machine is 192.168.40.130. If you come over to my Windows machine, remember, VMware is running under Windows. Even though VMware is running under Windows, they each have their own IP address and it thinks it's on the same network. So if I come over here and I do an IP config, you'll notice my address on my Windows host machine is, where is it? Just had it. Here, 192.168.56.1. We're going to put this over here. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to ping 192.168.56.1. So right here, see right here? What I'm going to do is we're going to see if my Windows machine responds to my Linux VMware. And look, it knows about each other. It's able to connect. That's a good sign. And notice this will keep going. Okay. Over here in Windows, remember the IP address over here? Okay. I'm going to clear my screen. And from Windows, I'm going to ping my Linux server. And notice it replies. It will stop after 4. So my host machine can communicate to my virtual machine. All right. The virtual machine running Linux thinks it's just another computer talking to the Windows computer, which is really the host. It's kind of like the Matrix. It's inside of the other one. And it sees it as a peer on the same network. Pretty cool. All right. So I'm not going to, let me back up to here, and I am back to here. Back to who am I? I am Brian Candido. These are my processes. Notice I'm just sitting at the command prompt with a PS. All right. Come over here. Trace route talk or shows how I'm able to connect from one computer to another and how many hops I had to go through to connect to it. Netstat shows me the status of the network. All right. I want to move into the dump command. Dump is a backup. So let's go take a look. There are 2 types of backups you can have in any systems. It doesn't matter if it's Unix or not. All right. So, and there's a typo in the book. If you use the book to answer one of the questions on the lab, you're going to be wrong. I did notify the publisher and they still haven't corrected it. All right. So most companies don't work on Sundays. They may work Saturday and then they give everyone Saturday night off into Sunday. And that's where the IT people do a full backup, also known as a zero backup. And then on Monday, they only back up what's changed since backup 0 or Sunday. This is just the incremental, the small changes that are done each day. On Tuesday, notice in this example, they backed up quite a bit, and that becomes backup 2. 0 is the full backup from Sunday. Monday is just what changed on Monday. Tuesday is what just changed on Tuesday. This backup is what's just changed on Wednesday, and this is what changed on Friday. If we crash on Friday, right, we have a system failure, and we're able to fix it. Just to let you know, in all my years of IT, I've only had 1 disk failure, and we knew the disk was going bad. That's not bad because there's tools to monitor. So just say I had to get a new hard drive because we crashed on Friday. Get it in. What we're going to do is we're going to restore 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, and we're up to date. So we would restore this first, apply in the changes to Monday, apply all the changes that were done on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. The book tells you to restore 4320. Wrong. If we did that, just say I created a resume on this day. Okay. And then I updated it on day 3. And then day 4, I did nothing. If I backed up in a different way, well, what should happen is I restore everything from Sunday, do Monday, day Tuesday, do Wednesday, and guess what? My latest resume would be overlay the older one from Sunday. If I did what the book said, 4321, I'd have my newer resume, which would then get overlaid by Tuesday, Monday, if it was changed, but overlaid by my version on Saturday, which means I lose my work. So we want to go save it in this order, and we restore it in that order. Now, the difference is a differential. Notice I use the word difference. Is I do the full backup as always on Sunday. That does not change. All right. What I then do is a backup on Monday. Just Monday changes. So thus far, the differentials is the exact same thing as the incrementals. Nothing is different. The real difference is on Tuesday. On Tuesday, we back up all of Monday stuff as well as all of Tuesday stuff. On Wednesday, we back up all of Tuesday, Wednesday, and what changed on Thursday. I hope you see my backups are taking longer. On Thursday, we back up everything from Monday, everything that changed on Tuesday, everything that changed on Wednesday and Thursday. If we crash on this Friday, all we have to do is restore 0, which is everything. Then we go here and we restore from Thursday's back up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. All right, so let's go over this. This approach, we always have one longer backup, and we have quick backups each day of what just changed that day. But if I crash, I need to restore every day in this order. Now, this approach is the first one is exactly the same length as the incremental, but my backups get longer each day as I go through the week. However, my restores are quicker. So I have a question. Do you think companies generally use incremental, quick backups, longer restores if needed, or differentials, longer backups but quicker restore? Which one do you think companies use? Pause if you want to ponder and consider your options. I'll give the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Answer. It is incremental all day long. Companies rather have quicker backups than having longer backups. Uptime. They want their servers up and running as quickly as possible. All right. And yes, if I do crash with incrementals, it may take longer to restore because I need to get all the tapes. But as I just shared, hardware is pretty reliable nowadays, and we haven't lost a disk. We lost one disk in 38 years of my IT experience. All right, let's go look at our sheet to make sure I have covered everything that I set out to do. All right, let's see. We did all the network stuff. We talked about dump. We talked about backups. I feel Chapter 8 is coming to a closeout. All right, we're good to go. I'm going to have one more video for Chapter 8, and that is on using the graphical user interface. Thank you.